Welcome everybody to a brand new edition of Pick a Card, brought to you by jnjtoygiants. I am your host JD. We haven't done a Pick a Card in quite some time since Jaden actually did pick a card of the Pokemon cards that he has been collecting, and he's still collecting. So if you like Pokemon, you want to see what type of cards he's have, check out this video that you're going to see on the top right hand corner, that link up there. But today we're going to be going over some cards that I got as part of like a mystery box, and I was actually surprised when I got them in, when I took a look at them. Now these are Elvis trading cards, and as the time of this recording, the biopic Elvis was just released not too long ago on HBO Max. So if you're a big Elvis fan, be sure to check that out on HBO Max. But there's quite a few cards in here, very vintage. They're, some of them are kind of beat up, but that, unless you're like a super like, trading card, aficionado, then obviously you would have them all graded or, in their own, top loaders. So this guy, who I bought the mystery box from on eBay, probably had these cards laying around and just nobody ever wanted them, so he threw them in the part of the mystery box. So these cards, when I went over them right before recording, these are actually all throughout his life. So when he became famous in the 1950s, all the way up to the 60s, right before, around the time that before his passing. So you can see exactly when I go over these cards, when throughout his life. You can see, obviously, he gets a little older in some of these cards. So yeah, so let's go over the first one. This was January through September of 1956. He came out with Heartbreak Hotel, Hound Dog, Don't Be Cruel, I Want You, I Need You, I Love You, My Baby Left Me, Blue Suede Shoes, I'm Counting on You, I Got a Woman, I'll Never Let You Go, I'm Gonna Sit Right Down and Cry Over You. So these are all from January through September of 1956. I guess these are all the songs that he released during that year. So you can see just him and his guitar. So that's the first one here. And then we got another one. This is probably later on in his career, right before his passing, when he started wearing the jumpsuits. This doesn't say, he basically these facts that are on the actual back of the card. They're not actually what the card is depicting, but I'm sure these were right before, when he started wearing these jumpsuits, was around the time that he started getting a little bit of weight, and then right before his passing. He didn't really take care of himself later on in his years, but and of course this is him. I'm assuming this is right before he actually went to the military, because he was drafted. Back in the day, for those who don't know what drafting means, it's not when you go to like Major League Baseball or football or basketball. Back in the 50s, and I forget what year they stopped drafting people, but when you were drafted, you get sent a letter from the U.S. government stating that you got to go into the military, some form of military branch, and you didn't have a choice. Either you went to the military when you were drafted, when your letter came, or you went to jail. That's how it used to be in America back in the day. So this is one of the cards back in the 50s. There's another one here playing his guitar. Another fact, Elvis was stunned August 14th, 1958 by the death of his mother, Gladys Presley. He was home on a 7-day emergency furlough. This is because he was in the military by that time, and at the time because she had been previously hospitalized with hepatitis. So hepatitis was a really big issue back in the day, because the medicine hadn't progressed like it is now. If you get hepatitis now, you can still recover, because we have certain medicines now that you can do that. But back in the day, they didn't really have that. So this is another card here. Elvis. Looks like he was driving his car, and you see some fans on that side there. And this is in his jumpsuit later on in his career. This is like late, I forget what year he started wearing the jumpsuit. If you're a big Elvis fan, comment down below in the comment section. Let me know when he started wearing the jumpsuit. So I'm not a really big, like I know. I'm not a real big Elvis fan. Like I like Elvis. There are some songs that, you know, that he sang that I love to listen to. I'm not a big Elvis fan where I know a lot of his history. I only know a few things. But this is another one of him and his guitar. And then, of course, we just talked about when he actually was in the military. This is his military photo. And who was he writing to? He must have been writing to someone on a postcard. And, of course, here's another one in his jumpsuit very later on in his life. Now, also, too, people don't know that he was an actor right before he was drafted, I believe. He did do some movies and then did some more movies after he left. Or got out of the military. I'm assuming this is one of the ones where he was actually doing a role, driving a race car. There's another one, him in his jumpsuit. And, oh, young Elvis here with his guitar. And of course, this is probably one of his movie roles. Played a cowboy with him with a 6.6 shooter. And another one here later on in that jumpsuit. This is another one of him singing. And of course, he was noted for being a really good guitarist. It's him. This is maybe the Blue Suede Shoes era. I'm only guessing here. And there's another one of late Elvis in the jumpsuit again. This is a nice picture of him. He must have had like a portrait done of him. It looks like a portrait that was done of him early in his life there. Another one here, right? And then another one in the jumpsuit, more of a black and white photo. Let's see what fact is on here. Elvis' movie career carried him through the 33 films. Oh, wow. So he did 33 movies. His first was Love Me Tender. The title song became a major hit for Elvis. Yeah, Love Me Tender was a great hit. I do remember that song. Let's see here, another one here. It's probably him just taking a picture. Oh, nice. Another one of him in the military. Was he in he was in the Army. Okay. So what happened was back in the day when I was talking about when you get drafted, when you get that letter from the United States military, they will tell you exactly what branch of military you're going to go. You don't have a say. They either tell you you're going to the Navy, the Army, Marines, the Air Force, whatever they tell you, that's where you got to report. Otherwise, you would actually have to go to jail so they could prosecute you. So they don't do that anymore. But it's another one of Elvis here. What's the fact back here? Elvis was a gentle, obedient, religious boy with a likable disposition. His only vice was an occasional puff on the Hava Tampa cigar. Okay, so he was a cigar smoker. I actually partake in a couple of cigars every now and then. And then the last one here is just a really, really nice photo of him in a cowboy outfit. This is probably when he was filming one of his films. His mansion in Graceland is located on Elvis Presley Boulevard in the southern part of Memphis. Tourists gather daily at his famous Iron Gates. That is correct. Graceland is basically where you can go and take a tour of one of his homes. And yeah, so that is it, my friends. I thought I had more cards than this, but this was the amount of cards that was in the mystery pack. So I'm going to put these in my top loader box that I keep all my trading cards. This is pretty cool. Now, if you want to buy these, slip it in my DMs. I'll give you a good price. But if you want to buy these, like I said, look at the edges are kind of beat up. But they are a hot item. Obviously, if you're an Elvis collector, you want to have some of these. I wouldn't mind keeping them, but I wouldn't mind selling them either. If you want me to sell these, or maybe I'll do a whatnot. Maybe I'll do a whatnot stream. And if you want these Elvis cards, you can have them. So yeah, let's go over. Let's see here. So that basically does it. Thank you so very much. And hopefully see you or have, thank you so very much for the pick a card. And Be sure to like and subscribe, and also comment on any of our video submissions on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and then also follow us on TikTok, and also follow us on Twitch. I have been very, very bad about doing Twitch streams. I do apologize. I will be doing some this weekend, I promise. I'm a dad of 2. I'm a husband, and I work. And I also have to go to school because I'm doing school for filmmaking and digital video editing. So to be able to learn and give you better content. But thank you so very much, and you have a great day. Keep on cruising.